Okay, we're getting down to the last modules, and today's just too nice to be inside, so I'm going to film this outside with my pup, who has been eating persimmons all morning in the woods, so we have to run off some calories, right, Jet? Chapters 11 and 12, very important chapters considering criminal justice. Chapter 12 especially, but since we talked about MRT last week, I want you to think about conate, reconation therapy. MRT, conate has to do with thinking, and in my world, trying to work with juvenile delinquents, getting them to think is tough. Their brains are mush. Back. Their brains are mush. They don't listen to instruction. They are very impulsive. So we have to repeat things we do over and over to get control, to get custody, to get security. You have to repeat over and over where kids should be, what they should be doing. So it's hard for all of us in the field to work with that. MRT is a good tool, so I've recorded or given you a couple YouTube videos to look at regarding MRT, because I think it's a very good tool to work with the children's, or even the adults in Bureau of Prisons. You know, they use it in the federal probation and parole. So the idea of think before you move is, I know it sounds simplistic, but if you can get that through it in the criminal justice setting, it's a good thing. The next chapter, chapter 12, and like I said, I hate to put two chapters together, but the idea of the justice chapter, again, very important for where we're at in criminal justice theory. And this chapter is different from all the others because it's talking about institutional justice, the justice of our society. Really topical right now, since there's portions of our population looking at the social justice of the electoral college right now. So I think it's a very important topic. You want to go one more time while I talk? Okay, go on. Sit. Stay. Stay. Back. In this chapter of social justice, think about the inequity of children and their families coming against me and my suit tie with my attorney for juvenile justice cases. Even when they do have attorneys, they are way behind someone. Well, let's just say my judge has 10 years, my attorney has 14 years, I have 32 years in the field. The children are overwhelmed and the parents are overwhelmed with the authority in the room in the court. And so our obligation, I think is the best way to put it, the obligation in justice is to try to educate, try to level the playing field, try to give them more say in what's happening. I have a case coming up Tuesday in court. I have no idea how it's going to turn out because the parents, the grandparents all have different perspectives on what's going to happen, and we're going to give them all their say in court. And we're going to have a recommendation to make, but I have no idea what the judge is going to do. And I'm moving more toward that in my court all the time, is trying to give everyone a say, trying to throw our recommendation out there in a one-down position, and trying to help level the playing field. I don't know how else to put that. But in this module, look at the MRT, because as Danny said in the live class, and I'm telling you right now, we use it more and more for juvenile probationers. They use it in Department of Corrections a lot. and look at their websites, because if you live in the, at least live in the Midwest, I would even suggest you spend $500-600 and get trained in this, because I think it's useful in both, in any kind of institutional justice models. So even in your university, you have a justice model for offenses that occur in the university. And I think MRT is a model that could be used in almost any setting. So you'll be looking at that in this module, and just get outside and enjoy a little sunlight, because winter's coming. All right? Jet, want to get one more? Heel. Heel. Sit. Sit. Stay.